The plan.
Playing wise, we should be further along, shouldn't we? We should be closer. I believe we should be closer to the top four, especially the way it is now.
What do you mean with the squad we have?
Well, yeah, but at the time when he took over, like I said, we had a core and we had money to spend. Now, forget Stones even out the door, but that money was we took Ronald Koeman, was his first managerial appointment. Whether we should have took him or not, we don't know. We know the club had second thoughts before he'd actually even walked in through the door, but so be it. So we had a manager we thought was on the up. We had money. We had a centre forward who banged in 25 goals. I mean, what happened?
It all stems from that, doesn't it?
There wasn't a plan.
It all, that's what I was going to say. It all stems from maybe having a plan, but the plan never went to the plan because he never got them. He never got maybe Marcel Branson straight away like he wanted, and he went for what looks like now a really bad substitute in Walsh, added to Koeman, who never really looked.
It's never, it's never great to do hindsight because it makes everyone look smart, doesn't it? But in all seriousness, you know, me and my mates, you know, pre-match, you're down the pub and stuff like that. Very much from the moment he was announced, Walsh, the jury was out. Was he just the right guy in the right time? Because I'm a pragmatist, my view was, hang on a minute, okay, we've just got this guy who's allegedly, single-handedly, you know, fueled a squad to win the Premier League against all odds. But a little twist of fate and they would have been in the Championship. You know, I mean, the big victim in and around all that was the manager. You know, Pearson got the sack, and then the man who comes in gets the fruit of his labours and the like. So that was the risky one, was Walsh. But I think it was a risky one because I don't think they knew how a director of football fitted into the structure. I don't think it was wholly clear, you know, how that role was supposed to relate to and interact with, say, Bill Kenwright, who'd done all the transfer dealings for many a long year. And there'll be audience out there listening to your show, or a bloody Bill, or whatever, and there'll be people at the other end of the spectrum who think he walks on water, and the truth is somewhere in between. But we were always, in quotes, a well-run club, on a small budget. You have to look after the pennies. His day job is around small margins. Okay, the man could be cautious on occasions and not want to pay these stupid salaries that agents want, and undoubtedly we missed out on players because of things like that. But the purchases we did make were the right ones, typically. There was no real stinkers, were there, in his days?
I think,
and then we get into a knee-jerk behaviour then for a while.
Yeah.
And I think that's all settled down now. I think.
I was going to say knee-jerk's right. I think for me what we did wrong was we ran before we could walk. We never got a true grip of this. We brought in two unknown elements at once, and then handed them basically the keys. Where maybe, like you saying, John, we should have said, well, we've got a new manager. Let Bill keep things ticking over for now. Let's just gradually buy a few players. Keep hold of Romelu Lukaku. Keep hold of Ross Barkley, John Stones. They're our crown jewels. Start building the team. Put some squad behind them. Few players where we need them, but it just felt like we went, let's go and get everything we want, and like Yannick Bolasie and this player and that player. That first summer we were all like, it's great this, but it did feel like we were just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what stuck.
Do you think the first initial mistake was that they got Koeman in and then they brought Walsh in 6 weeks later?
Yeah, well, that felt like it. That felt definitely
because
like...
the manager was already in and we were going, well, we don't really want to buy anyone because this fella's coming in.
This is something we referred to when we
tried to get Monty, didn't we?
But this is something we referred to when we got Marco Silva. Marco Silva come in, and whether, you know, he did a good job or not, I mean, he didn't clearly. But first day in the job, he sat next to his boss in a press conference, and his boss is telling him what he expects. Whereas Allardyce comes in, beer in his hand, sitting in his villa, dictating to Everton. Koeman, sorry. You bring a camera crew to me.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here in my shorts, having a beer, and I'll see you in a few weeks when I finish my holiday.